Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day. Make sure you sub, share, like, comment, all that. We got saving a dog's life, right? I tell so many stories about me doing bad shit. Let's talk about something good for once, you know what I'm saying? So, let me think. I was young. I was like 8 or 9 or 10. I think I was like 10. We'll go with 10 for the sake of the story, right? And, at that time, every weekend, my grandpa would pick me up, right? And we'd just hang out. Like, we'd be watching baseball or football or whatever, just hanging out, right? But this weekend, he had friends over, and my grandma was home too. Usually she had to work on Saturdays, but it was her, my grandpa, and their friends, right? So there's me, the 10-year-old, and then a bunch of like 50, 60-year-olds, right? So I remember we were sitting outside, and my grandpa has a pool, right? So a couple of them are in the pool, and they're sitting, talking. I'm at a chair, and I still remember this. I was drinking a Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper, always have, right? So I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper, casually chilling, and their friends that came over, right? They brought this little white dog with them. It wasn't a poodle. It was like, I don't know what kind of dog it was, but it was like, it could fit in your hand standing. You know what I mean? It's little. It's like, it might have been a puppy. It might have been like a baby. I don't know what the scenario was, right? But eventually, they've been here for like an hour, right? And we've been outside. We're all just talking, hanging out. And I hear a noise, right? I hear a plop, like a noise, right? Like something going in the water, right? And I look, and I see the dog in the middle of the pool, like doggy paddling, right? But it's so small, it's not moving anywhere. It's just in the middle of the pool, doggy paddling. And I look to my left, and they're like, they weren't in the pool anymore. They were to the left of the pool at a table talking, right? And I was like, hey, right? And no one looked at me. They just weren't listening. Like, they were talking to each other, right? So in my mind, and I was fully dressed, right? I didn't have like a swimsuit on. I didn't have like my shirt off. I had all my clothes on, shoes on and everything, right? I just fucking ran towards the dog and jumped in, right? Got soaking wet. The pool was, I think it's heated, so it's warm. It's not cold, Grab the dog. The dog's like freaking out, and scratching me as I'm grabbing. I remember when I picked it up, it was going like this on my chest. It was like, shh, but I had a shirt on, so it wasn't that bad. And I brought it up, and it didn't like throw up, but it kind of spit out some water, And then everybody came over, and they're like, "Oh my God, you just saved the dog! You just saved the dog!" Right? And I didn't think it was that serious. I was like, "Oh, all I did was take it out of the pool," Like that's what anybody would have done, but. I'm partially a hero. I saved a dog's life, okay? So, what more can you say? Like, I'm a hero. I'm a good person in that moment, right? I was a little kid before any drugs or vaping or drinking, right? I saved a dog's life, so you gotta love it. In all honesty, what else? Oh, you want a story? I'll tell you guys a story. Speaking of dogs, right? There was a time that I'm going to meet my friends, right? And at the time, we always rode our bikes everywhere. Before any of us had cars, like, we loved to meet up and ride bikes around town, right? And it was kind of cool because we all lived in different places, but we'd meet in the same spot, right? So we all knew that, like, this person has a 15-minute ride. This person has a 20-minute ride. This person has a 10-minute ride, right? But no matter what, we met up at the same point. Well, one day, I took a different way to get there, right? I don't know why, because there's a bike path that leads right to it, but I took a different way through some neighborhoods, right? And I can't remember if I was riding with somebody else. I might have been, but I don't remember, right? And I remember I turned down a street where the high school was, the high school I ended up going to, but I didn't know that at the time. I was younger, right? We turned down the road, or maybe just me, and there's a dog, right? All black dog just sitting. I don't know what kind it was. It wasn't a pit bull, though. I have pit bulls, I've had pit bulls. I have one right now, too. I know what they look like. It wasn't a pit bull. It was just a big black dog, you know what I mean? Maybe a Rottweiler, maybe. Something like that, right? And I remember it starts barking and chasing us, right? And I can go pretty fast on my bike, but dogs run fast, And we were going right towards an intersection where there's cars coming from 1, 2, 3, 4 ways, but there's a fifth option to turn, right? So it's a super complicated road. You can't just ride your bike straight into the busy road, But there's a big ass dog chasing us, so it's like, well, I don't have many options here, And I remember we had to do what we had to do. Holy shit, there's a bee on my windshield, and if it goes by my window, I'm gonna freak out. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was a short video compared to usual. Usually I do like 10-minute videos, but I hate bugs and I'm not trying to get stung by this bee. So if you enjoyed, make sure you shared, like, comment. I saved a dog's life, so if you love dogs, you know, help me out here. We'll have puppy videos later on tonight, maybe like 6, 7 o'clock. And check out the gaming videos. All right, thank you and peace out.